Come a Chameleon there with... Come a Chameleon is the name of the song by the Culture Club, and before that we had Johnny McDevitt.
Boy George.
But with the Culture Club I've got here, but Boy George obviously kind of... I doubt your superior music knowledge.
A former member.
Before that we had a great input from John the Slattery and Johnny McDevitt. Looking forward to the big night on June 1st. Now, Conor, you've got a few questioning emails here into the Dropbox.
I've got a few fantastic questions here. Carl McNally, a friend of the show, regular contributor. A question to the panel. It's well documented that Pentangular Series icon and award-winning burger flipper Shane Byrne's career only came to fruition when Keith Wood retired from international rugby. Now that John Thorsney has departed from Malahide crew for the LSE, is Hugh Gallagher's time to shine now? Well, what do you think, Hugh?
That's a very tough question. I never drew the comparison between Shane Byrne and Keith Wood, but myself, yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Carl, all I can say is you're wrong. There's no comparison there. Even being put in the same sentence as John Thorsney. And I'm glad I'm detached. I played for LSE myself last year, and now I'm playing for Malahide. So I skipped him on both years, and it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. It kept me awake at night for a while when I wasn't sure if the papers had gone through. But the fact that I play against Thorsney and not with him is it's a relief.
And then Carl goes on to ask, does the panel think that John Thorsney will shave his head and go on to work for BBC Sport?
Well, that's a very good question. It's a tough one as well.
Who knows? Who knows? We don't have a crystal ball here, do we, Hugh?
The head shave is fairly sure. The BBC Sport one, I always thought John Thorsney was more of a 3E man, but it could happen for him. It could.
Who knows?
I'm never going to rule anything
Watch this
out.
space.
Next on the line, we're going to have joining us from. He's currently chairing a conference in Geneva. Is Mick Downey, and he'll be joining us now in a minute. He's requested a song to ease the nerves before he gets in, so this will be his background song. We'll get Mick on the line now. Michael.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm coming live from
Geneva, apparently.
I'm coming live from Pod 1 in the toilet of the pod. You can hear a toilet dryer in the background. If you need any more proof, I don't know what I can provide.
We've got your proof now, Mick. That's brilliant. We got your request for the water boys, so we're just going to put that on slowly in the background. Connor's going to bombard you with a few tough questions here.
Go on, why not? Give it a go.
First of all, Mick,
is Stephen Carberry a virgin? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Let's just put it out there. It's been said on numerous occasions. He is. Come on.
Mick,
come on.
What can I say? I mean, you're the patron saint of Mott's. You're bringing a grand total of 35 women to this thing. I mean, the thing couldn't have happened without you. I mean, what do you have to say for yourself?
I have to say that I'm currently out with 10 at the moment. You can check my Facebook for proof. I just checked in. There's 10 women and 3 fellas, and three of the fellas have left. I didn't check in myself.
I tell you what, Mick, that's a favourable ratio in anyone's book.
10 to 1. Why not? Have a go. Have a go yourself.
Mick,
why not?
Mick, you played on possibly the worst team in Pentangular history last year, the LSE. It can't get any worse this year, can it?
Hold on, Gally.
I was on the team.
Gally.
Let him have it.
We have serious bones pick on that issue. You are a turncoat yourself. You have moved to a big money club. A big money club.
Come on, you're bigger.
No doubt. In Malahide, you shited. That's what I believe is the chant from the terrorism. But I don't know. You can maybe tell me a bit more about that because you're a turncoat.
Mick, the knives are flying. The knives are flying here.
Let's not dwell on that though. I'm not going to get upset about it.
Mick, in other news, are you looking forward to? I know you're one of the acts on the bill on the night, June 1st, Mick Downey's Magic Show. You're looking forward to that? You're going to pull a couple of rabbits out of the hat for the lads.
I've got a flick or two for you. I'm just saying. Like last year when I marked you to that, it was a one-on-one. It was a one-on-one, as Steve Gibbons would say. on the end line. It was Mick versus Coakley. It was De Bruyne versus De Bruyne, and you know what? I think the brain won. That being me.
Mick, do you have ambitions of winning it this year, or are you just making up the
Hold
numbers
on,
as
let
always?
me tell you about ambitions. Right? There was a pre-season friendly between LSE and Castleknock only the other day. As in like on Monday being the day.
The other day.
The other day. And you know what happened? LSE won 17-4. Okay?
In a
17-4.
one-sided
That
affair.
is not a made-up score. That is the score of a team that is going to win the Pent. Alright?
Bold words from a...
Team's going to win the Pent.
So there's a bit of talk in the
So
paper,
just
papers.
to reiterate, Galley's a turncoat, and he has really shown his true colours, and he doesn't know what's coming from.
So
He's going to
Mick,
get hacked out of it.
what's the
As
minimum?
will Conor Cox.
These
I look
lads?
forward to it, Michael.
I mean, shall we leave it there, Gally? I don't think there's any more we can add. to
Michael,
that,
you've
really.
been-
I think can we just
you've been
add
the
one
perfect
more
guest.
point? Sorry?
You've been the perfect guest. Do you have one
Can we
more?
just add one more point?
Yes.
Tell us
One
what you
more
really
point.
think, Mick. Don't hold back now this time.
Devin Toner, 150 caps. Who's counting them? Jesus Christ. Too many for one man. Come on.
Well,
Come
Mick,
on.
it's great to hear from you, and we hope to see you on June 1st. And do you know what? I look forward to it.
How you doing?
You climbed on the ladder with the wind in your sails. You came like a comet, blazing your trail too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon.
The Water Boys there with the whole of the moon, and now we're waiting for Caelan Doyle here. He's currently in the cinema. He's training in the cinema at the moment, and in the meantime, me and Connor are going to play a quick game to run down the clock. Hold the ball in the corner here, and it is called Pent Movie Quotes. Connor, are you ready?
All right, Hugh, let's do this.
Okay, so what I have here is movie quotes from their original people, but some Pent players have said these on nights out.
Shameful stuff,
So
lads.
you
Before we start,
you have to guess, all right?
you know who you are.
I suppose we'll start it off slow. Let's go for it.
How you doing? Stephen Kirby.
I totally realize, fate. There is fate, but it only takes you so far because once you're there, it's up to you to make it happen.
That's Philip Byrne, 2009.
What was the situation?
Post-match interview.
I remember it well, and it was Philip Byrne. You're correct. Now the next one.
I can't. It's too big.
Stephen Carberry taking a shit halfway through the first group game of 2008 against the LSE. It was a low moment for all of us in Malahide.
Well, you know what? You're 100% correct. I'll let the quote continue, but
Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?
Stephen,
can't
honestly,
be-
your father was there.
that was Stephen Carberry.
Not even me. All right?
Alright.
You got a dream. You got to protect it.
Golly, that's
People
this
can't do
year.
something
That in
themselves.
fact
They wanna
is
tell
a
you you
teary-eyed Hugo Whelan saying goodbye to Johnny McDevitt, as Johnny explained to him. that
Connor,
he
you
was
can't be beaten here. You
I
are
was
on a
making the
roll.
big
That is
switch
exactly what happened.
to Malahide.
Happened outside. Where was it?
Rowley's Bistro in Ballsbridge. If I do post Leinster game.
You are 100% correct. Now, there's a few difficult ones coming down the line here. We have a few from the Clontarf
You want
Juniors.
something, go get it.
This is still
Period.
Hugo and Johnny discussing. Wise words. Wise
What
man.
a gentleman, Hugo Whelan.
Does it
Also,
get easier?
No. Yes. It gets easier.
Oh, yeah? Look at you.
This was in fact a full conversation between the LSE team and themselves after picking up the 5th wooden spoon. I was a part of that team. I'm not gonna wipe my hands of it, but it was led by an emotional Pelon.
I will have to say though, in the
an actual
LSE's
recording.
defence,
We've got one coming up from the Clontarf Juniors here now. Which man said this?
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while.
oh, Jesus,
You could miss it.
that has to be the mark of one Quailon Doyle.
That was Graylon
Has to
Doyle.
be.
And finally,
I don't even
speaking-
think that was at the Pent. I think that was just.
He
I think he was on a double-decker bus on his way into town. I think
He
it was the
was.
16, if I believe.
Well, it was actually at the back of the 16 on the 4th of November last year. Finally,
I hope you see things at the start of you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of.
The scene was Toronto. The date, July 15th, 2008. John Torsney lying in a pit of shoes, having tried to play new shoes to an angry, drunken crowd.
well, Connor, I
Whispered
can
his
tell
last
you,
words to Philip Ryan.
you are 100% correct. You have got 100%, 10 out of 10 there to celebrate a bit of NFL music.